Hey everybody, Tommy Ady here. Thanks for tuning in with me. This is about a technique that I teach at my conferences to increase your sales. So depending on how in you are, as in if you're just kind of in, then you'll pick up a couple extra sales each week, guarantee it. Now, if you're all in, you'll definitely double or triple your sales, really. And here's how you might relate to this. Millennials. There's a lot of talk going around about selling to millennials, and most of it's just trash talk, right? I haven't heard too many people share any good, reliable ways to help them buy. Most are just complaints. But now, I'd better tell you why you should listen to me. I've been working in the motorcycle and car industry, dealerships, exactly, for about 30 years now. And I own a couple of software companies and a sales organization that teaches people and businesses how to sell. One known as the Right Back, the other one is Moto Menus. They're online sales tools that give us and our clients a lot of data so we can figure out better ways of selling. Now here's a little of what got me thinking. So Harley Davidson, they've been struggling for a while to sell millennials since they've been old enough to buy, as many other motorcycle companies have, but Harley decided that they'd get millennials to buy from them if they got into the bicycle industry, right? They've always sold with nostalgia and the rumble, a little technology, and now they're going even older by getting back to bicycles. You see, they had bicycles back in 1917 for the younger crowd, and they're gonna do it again. Yes, they're releasing some electric motorcycles in the near future, but that's to help their declining sales. They're also trying to sell their accessories now on Amazon. That's right, factory direct on Amazon. A number of industry leaders out there now, they're afraid the industry is dying, but it's not dying. It's changing. Changing, and you've got to change with it to get the income that you want. Some even say millennials don't like motorcycles. It's crazy. They do. They just don't always like the way that we've tried selling them. So first I'm going to share the example so you know what I'm getting at, and then I'm going to give you the fix. A person, any person, young or old, they want a motorcycle, just as many of us do. They get online, they check out some websites. Pretty quickly they find out the websites aren't as easy to navigate like Amazon or eBay. You can't just buy it now, but many of the site visitors open up the get a quote, flashing buttons that are up there. Some open the get financing buttons. Now they find out that many of the get a quote buttons make them type in what they're interested in. They didn't want to type. They don't know what they're interested in, except maybe they want a Honda Sierra 450. They wanted to click drop down boxes on what we're interested in. That's not a deal killer though. This is where you start losing some of your buyers. It's not easy. Then let's say complete the form that's on the website. They click send and they get an autoresponder back that says, "Thank you for contacting us. Someone will be in contact with you shortly." No, this is a one-time auto-response email. Really, that's what many of them say. Check yours to see what it says. Now, the online customer gets off a website or gets off of website A and surfs over to website B and then over to C. They also typically get the same experience with each website or dealer. Not what they were hoping for. They just wanted to get a motorcycle, a side-by-side, or an ATV, maybe a bicycle. During regular business hours, the average response time for a salesperson to get back to an online customer, according to the very reputable research company Pied Piper, is never. As in the dealership never responds to the customer, or maybe they respond hours later. Now, I know you're getting anxious to find out what my little technique is that I set my clients up with, and it's coming. But now the online customer is also anxiously waiting for a response to their question. But many of them not only never get that response, but the few that do end up getting a phone call. They didn't want a phone call. They didn't want to talk to you, to anybody. In fact, these people, the millennials, grew up with the introduction of texting, instant messaging, email, and other forms of written communication. Millennials, for one thing, which is 83 million of them, have been dubbed the anxious generation. And in case you missed it just now, they don't like to talk on the phone. But a ton of salespeople think the internet lead is a flake if they want to answer their phone calls. This is the generation that wants immediate results. If you're one of those that complains about them and hasn't figured out how to just accept them, they're the ones that want flexible work hours. That's another subject, the struggle to hire good employees and why you can't get them. more casual environments, relaxed dress codes, and informal communication. Here's how you'll increase your sales. Step 1, adjust your autoresponder email. There's a sample you can download on this page. Step 2, offer your customers the option of texting you. That's right, 2 steps. 2, 1, open your autoresponder. 2, set up the ability to text. This is a really simple trick that I've been doing in some of our dealerships that's been working like crazy. I kind of stumbled onto it by accident when we were analyzing some websites about a year ago. Now I've been testing this for over a year now, and I haven't found a situation yet where it doesn't work. And now I've shared it with you, and you can see if it works for you too. The really cool thing is you don't have to buy anything to make it work either. Really not much extra time, 10, 20 minutes. You don't even need to pay me. So that's got to be worth something there too. This is not mass texting, as in it's not about texting to a massive list and upsetting everybody. This is about people texting you and saying, hey, I want to buy something. You, as in the salesperson. If you want the really simple steps of setting this up in your dealership or for a salesperson, just get my free book and you'll get a free download that walks you right through it. And yes, it really is free. I really hope that you liked watching this video as much as I like making it for you. I'm Tommy Ady, and I hope that you share it with somebody else.